Common signs of high blood sugar and diabetes symptoms. Diabetes is one of the deadliest and most prevalent diseases known to man, and yet it often goes undiagnosed and as a result untreated due to lack of proper knowledge. Like many such illnesses, the body is designed to display some telltale symptoms that you may have hyperglycemia, more commonly referred to as high blood sugar. Since we live in a world where it's hard to avoid artificial and processed foods, this culture of unhealthy eating habits has resulted in a perfect breeding ground for people to fall victim to high blood sugar. The World Health Organization states that the number of people suffering from high blood sugar increased from 108 million in 1980 to 422 million in 2014, and it shows no signs of slowing down. It is essential to have the knowledge to read the signs that our bodies are providing us to properly combat this illness, as well as symptoms to look out for if you think you might have diabetes. Here are some important signs to look out for that may suggest your blood sugar is too high. Number 1. Difficulty focusing. If your body is lacking insulin, it hinders its ability to effectively remove glucose from the bloodstream and deliver it to the cells. This causes it to break down stored body fat to be used as fuel at such an alarming rate that it turns the blood acidic. This can be a potentially life-threatening situation known as DKA and has been known to cause confusion among other symptoms. Number 2. Excessive urination, urinating during the night. It is one of the most common symptoms of high blood sugar, but it isn't always obvious. The need to drink water more than usual can arise when excess levels of glucose build up in your blood, and the kidneys respond by working overtime to stabilize it. However, if your kidneys fail to adjust blood sugar levels, the body flushes it through urine, making you prone to excessive urination. Number 3. Blurred vision. Surprisingly enough, if you suffer from headaches and occasionally blurry vision, it may be linked to high blood sugar. Extra sugar and some water can get trapped in the lens of the eye, changing its shape and making it unable to properly focus, causing blurred vision. Number 4. Recurrent infections. If left untreated for long enough, high blood sugar can weaken the body's immune system, making it harder to deal with infections. Women are especially prone to yeast infections, as having an excess of glucose supports the growth of yeast in the urinary tract. Number 5. Dry mouth. Along with the feeling of constant thirst due to excess urination, having a dry mouth can also mean that there is excess to glucose in your saliva and bloodstream, which leads to high blood sugar levels. Number 6. Impotence. Studies show that 35 to 75% of men suffering from high blood glucose levels also develop impotence. Poor long-term blood sugar control can lead to the impairment of nerves and blood vessels that hinder the body's ability to maintain an erection. Number 7. Slow healing wounds. If left unregulated, high blood sugar causes nerve and blood vessel damage that leads to injuries like sores, cuts, bruises, and scrapes to heal a lot slower than usual due to the lack of blood flow required to repair the affected area. Number 8. Stomach problems. One of the nerves affected by high blood glucose is the vagus nerve, and it determines the rate at which your body breaks down food for digestion. If it is damaged, food stays inside the body for longer and may cause bloating, nausea, and vomiting, among other problems. Number 9. Constant fatigue or extreme tiredness. When the body's ability to process insulin correctly is hindered, the excess sugar gets trapped in the bloodstream rather than breaking down into fuel for cells to be used as energy. This leads to the body not receiving sufficient nutrition to function properly and causes fatigue, tiredness, and even depression. Number 10. Dry and itchy skin. Itchy and dry skin can be a major symptom of insulin resistance. Due to poor blood circulation, skin tags may form in the creases of skin, and dark black spots can form on your neck, hands, or face, causing dryness and irritation. It is also important to look out for blisters and sores that take longer than usual to heal. Number 11. Thirst. Since having high blood sugar levels makes the kidneys work harder to filter out excess glucose in the body, it makes it so you urinate more often, which naturally leads to thirst. This can then turn into a cycle where the more you urinate, the thirstier you get, and in return, the more water you consume, and so on. Number 12, always hungry. While it's no sin to have a large appetite, it can sometimes be a sign of polyphagia. Having a lack of incretin in your system can lead to the body not processing vitamins from food properly and excreting waste immaturely. This leads to a constant feeling of hunger as the body is lacking the energy to function properly. Number 13, excess abdominal weight, fat. Another common side effect of having high blood sugar, since the body is not processing food properly, causing an energy deficit, the body responds by displaying hunger for further nourishment. This can lead to a cycle of overeating that builds up excess fat in the body. Number 14, nerve problems. Due to a lack of proper blood flow caused by high blood sugar, blood vessels and nerves may become damaged because of lack of oxygen and nutrients, resulting in slow healing infections and various negative impacts to nerve functions. Number 15, skin changes. The formation of skin tags, discolorations, and other abnormalities on your face or other parts of the body is a telltale sign of high blood sugar. The cause, again, being poor blood circulation and nerve function, which makes it harder for the body to fend off infections and make repairs. Number 16, tingling and numbness. Another major symptom of nerve damage, which is caused by high blood sugar. It most commonly affects hands, feet, arms, and legs. It is called neuropathy, which is usually peripheral and affects the extremities. Now that we have extensively covered the symptoms of having high blood sugar, it is equally important to talk about the signs to look out for that may help you identify if you're already diabetic. Diabetes mellitus is a metabolic disease that hampers the body's ability to properly produce and use insulin, causing damage to various organs like the kidneys, eyes, and nerves. There are a few different kinds of diabetes, such as Type 1 diabetes. This is an autoimmune disease that causes the immune system to destroy healthy cells in the pancreas, hindering the body's ability to produce insulin. Type 2 diabetes. This type is found in patients when the body becomes immune to the effects of insulin and causes high levels of sugar to build up in the bloodstream. Prediabetes. This type is just a precursor to type 2 diabetes. It is classified as such when your blood sugar is higher than usual, but not quite high enough to diagnose it as type 2. Knowing some of the most common types of diabetes is important. Now let's move on to some of the symptoms and causes of diabetes. Number 1, fatigue and hunger. Any food the body consumes gets broken down into glucose, which the cells use as a source of energy. Since the body relies on insulin to process glucose, having diabetes hinders this process and starves the cells of energy. This can cause sensations of fatigue and hunger. Number 2, frequent urination. Statistics show that suffering from diabetes increases the number of times a person urinates each day. As a diabetic body is unable to absorb most of the glucose in the bloodstream, the kidneys respond by working harder to filter out the excess. This process requires fluids and results in frequent urination. Number 3, dry mouth. Because of the aforementioned frequent urination, the body becomes dehydrated due to lack of moisture. Most of the excess fluids in the body are put towards helping expel excess sugar from your system. As this process requires you to keep yourself adequately hydrated, failing to do so can cause a dry mouth and irritable skin. Number 4, weight loss. This correlates with the body's inability to properly break down glucose for energy. Since the food you eat is unable to fulfill the nutritional needs of the cells, the body turns to burn stored fat as a source of energy. This results in unhealthy weight loss. Frequent urination can also be related to weight loss, as filtering out excess sugar from the body can result in a loss of calories. Number 5, blurred vision. Having diabetes causes the excess sugar in your body to form pockets of moisture under your retinas, causing blurry vision. If left untreated, the damage may become permanent as the existing vessels and nerves in the eye become bloated due to the presence of new blood vessels created by excess sugar. Number 6. Cuts are not healing. Type 2 diabetes causes a hindrance in the circulatory system of blood in the body. A lack of oxygen supply damages the nerves and vessels, making them unable to function properly. This makes it harder for vitamins and nutrients needed to repair cuts to reach the affected area in a timely fashion. This can cause the healing process to take longer than usual and can also cause infections that take longer to go away. Number 7. Tingling in the hands and feet. Another example of nerve damage caused by diabetes. You may feel tingling sensations in various parts of your body, usually the hands and feet. This is called diabetic neuropathy and stems from long-term high blood sugar levels. In extreme cases, prolonged nerve damage can cause life-threatening infections, which may require amputation if left untreated. Number 8. Dark patches of skin. Diabetes can cause thick, dark patches of soft skin, also known as acanthosis nigricans, to form on various parts of your body, such as armpits, neck, face, and hands, among other areas. Skin tags and other discoloration and abnormalities have a direct link to diabetes because of the lack of body fluids and proper blood circulation caused by having high blood sugar. Although there's no permanent cure for diabetes in existence currently, it can be kept in control by making some precautionary changes surrounding your health. Having healthy eating habits and exercise goes a long way. It may be possible to push type 2 diabetes into remission by having a more health-conscious lifestyle. Most of the symptoms of pre-diabetes are so mild they usually do not get picked up in time, so there's no harm in getting tested every once in a while.